everybody, how are you? So for those of you who do not know me, I am German and my English is the way it is because I lived in the UK for 7 years and I also studied over here. So let's not use this as an example, but still, because I do speak a foreign language fairly fluently, I hope I can give you some tips today on how to improve your English, and this should be applicable to you if you're still living in your home country or if you have moved abroad already. So the first thing I'd like to say is don't be afraid to speak English. It doesn't matter what level you're on, the only thing you need to remember is that the person opposite you will just find it really nice, even if you're trying. And the way how you can know that is when you're with someone who is foreign and who doesn't speak your language and they're trying, and even though they only say 2 words, you find it really charming and you really want to help them, and from your side it's never embarrassing. So just try and remember this. And it's still difficult for me. I do speak French a little bit as well, and I need to remind myself constantly of that as well when I speak with sort of the grandparents of my boyfriend, and I need to remember that every word I say is an effort and there's no need for me to be embarrassed, but like I said, it's a constant effort, so try to remember this every time you're speaking English. And then the next thing that I would like to mention is surround yourself with English. And I remember leaving school in Germany and I was a bit worried that I would lose my English, my level of English, and I remember my teacher telling me at that point, saying, Sandy, just read loads of English books. And I know this is not the newest tip in the world, but it is very, very true. So try to read books in English, and it depends very much what your level is on. So you can start with children's books. Children's books are really, really easy, and you can even use the books where every noun is a picture. And then the better you get, the more you can sort of, go up in level of books. There are 2 books that I read when I was sort of at medium English level. Bend It Like Beckham is really good, and Holes. I'll put the links below, you can check them out, and they're really good for sort of medium English level. And then of course you can go up and start reading Harry Potter in English at some point if you want. But what I would also say is stay away from classics. Pretty much whichever level you're on, because I would like to think my level is fairly good, and sometimes I want to read a classic like, I don't know, Midnight Children or Oliver Twist, and they are so difficult for me still. So if you're starting with a book like this, you're just going to get frustrated, so don't bother. I can just stop trying to read these because I get through like 2 pages in 10 minutes. But yeah, anything that is sort of, a little bit easier like that will really help you to improve your English. Also, very important, please don't worry if you don't understand a word or a whole sentence, just keep reading. So my mum often does this mistake when she learns English. She wants to understand every word, and that's just going to slow you down and you're never sort of going to, make progress. So trust me, you will get the meaning of the sentence that you read, a few words later. So just sort of continue and get in the flow. And then the next thing, of course, is movies. I know, again, this is not the newest trick in the book, but that's because it's very, very true. So I would like to think that it's better if you're watching DVDs rather than TV, because the good thing is you can switch on subtitles, and that's not going to stop you from learning English. That's really going to help because your brain is going to associate the subtitle with what you're hearing and seeing, so that's going to work really well. And what's also good about DVDs is that you can watch them again, and there is no feeling that is more satisfying when you watch a movie the second time in English and you start understanding more and more. Of course, don't watch them every day because then you're going to be super bored, but try and watch them regularly, and you'll be surprised how much you understand every time you watch something. So yeah, that always really helped me as well. Great, now you can already speak English and you can understand English, and you're no longer afraid to speak English. So what's the next step? Speak English, and speak to loads of English people as much as you can. This is of course easier when you're already abroad. So when you're already abroad, I would really recommend for you, and I did that a bit when I first came to England as well, to join some classes. And I think I've said that before, but go to, an art class or a dance class, or go to the pub or a restaurant, and just try to meet people. And I know it's really scary to sort of start a conversation in English, but what I found, what really helps is just to say, hi, I'm German, nice to meet you, I'm just trying, my English here, hope you understand. Just be really honest and ask them questions like, what's your favorite music? And they'll start replying, and you'll notice that you're actually understanding what they say. And again, they'll find it really charming, so try and speak to locals. However, when you don't live abroad, like I said, and you still live at home, it can be a little bit more difficult, but there are a few tricks that I used to do and I still do with my mum sometimes. So what you can do is sort of have an hour in the day where you only speak English with your friends and family or housemates or whatever. So whenever I'm home in Germany, I speak 1 hour English with my mum, or at least we used to do that, so that she can learn a little bit of English. But of course that's sometimes difficult, you know, and it's so easy to switch back to your own language. So what you can also do is, of course, go online, you know, go on forums, chat rooms, and that's maybe a bit old school. So write a diary in English, or a poem, or a story, and maybe you can also make YouTube videos in English. And again, you can say, I'm going to try and do this in English. I am German or Russian, or I am from the Netherlands, but this is what I want to try. So speak and interact, and, you know, write all your YouTube comments in English, etc., and sort of, you know, get practicing, and I'm sure you'll get better super quickly. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can find a few of my other videos downstairs as usual, and of course you can please subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me on some of those social media thingies that are on the left here. Do you like my little new S, by the way? I'm super proud of it. I bought it in Spitalfields Market in London and I am in love with it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Any further questions in the comments below, or you can write me a message on Facebook, which I love reading always. I'll try and reply as soon as I can. And that's it. Merci, auf Wiedersehen, guten Tag, vielen Dank und tschüss. Bye.